February 8th, 2012, a video was uploaded to youtube.com titled Happy Anniversary. The 1 minute long video detailed an older man with glasses sitting in front of a stone wall, laughing uncontrollably. The laughter slowly gets higher and higher pitched. Until he just stops. And the video ends with the message, Happy Anniversary. Just a few short hours later, the video was deleted, along with the entire catalog of the channel's previous videos. Yet this one video, uploaded by a Mr. 112 Dirtbag, led to a groundbreaking discovery by the internet that no one could have suspected. Mr. 112 Dirtbag has intrigued me ever since dipping my toes into the space of internet mysteries and phenomenons. The confusion of a first watch, combined with the analytical view of a second watch, led me down a rabbit hole full of confusion and horrifying realizations. Grab that popcorn and the carbonated beverage of your choosing, and let's see if we can solve the mystery of Mr. 112 Dirtbag. Maura Murray was brought into this world on May 4th, 1982, to a loving family of 6 in Brockton, Massachusetts. Growing up in a working-class family along with her numerous siblings allowed for Maura to understand how to make her own decisions and plan on her own at an early age. She was independent and fiercely competitive, especially in her athletic career, breaking numerous long-standing school records as a runner for her schools. She was a gifted student and accepted into the National Honor Society, where she continued to perform exceptionally well. Everyone around her said that she was a kind and loving person who always looked after others. She loved her school and she loved her family. It was at the highest point in her life. So, why did she leave it all behind? On the morning of February 9th, 2004, Maura submitted her nursing homework electronically and reportedly emailed professors stating that there had been a death in her family. The professors gave their condolences and wished her a safe trip. Except there was one problem. There was no death in the family. Earlier that day, Maura had placed a phone call to a condominium factory in Bartlett, New Hampshire. This place meant something special to Maura, and she had supposedly spent a lot of her time here in the past. She packed up a bag full of toiletries, makeup products, gym attire, school clothes, and at least a week's worth of regular clothes. She didn't utter a word to anyone as she was leaving the campus. Not her friends, not her classmates, and not her professors. At approximately 3:15 p.m., Maura took out $280 and off-campus ATM. This was almost all of her savings, which is very interesting to note. Why would you need to be taking out all of your savings just to go and see a dead family member and prepare for their funeral? She then proceeded to stop at a liquor store and purchase around $40 worth of alcoholic products. Maura then proceeded to leave the Hadley, Massachusetts area around 4:30 p.m. and would not be seen again until around 7:27 p.m. A resident of Haverhill, New Hampshire, reported that there had been a crash near her home and that the car was stuck in a ditch. The resident took no action to check on the driver or offer help. Coincidentally, while the call was taking place, A bus driver was driving down 112th Street and noticed that a car was stuck in a ditch. The driver, named Butch Atwood, hopped out of his vehicle and examined the accident. He discovered Maura in the car with slight scratches. Airbags had been deployed, and Maura was extremely shaken, but no serious harm seemed to have happened to her. Butch offered Maura help and asked if she needed to call the police, or EMS. Maura stated that she had already placed a call to AAA, and she declined all help that Butch offered. There was no cell service in the area. How could she have possibly placed a call to AAA? Butch knew this. He drove around 100 yards east of the accident to his home and dialed 911. His call was placed around 7:42 p.m. This interaction between Butch and Maura would be the last time anyone saw her again.
Yes, good evening. Is this Grafton County?
Hi.
Okay, my name is Butch Atwood. I'm out of, road here. By the Weathered Red Barn. You got a single car motor vehicle accident. You hit a pine tree and the airbags deployed.
What town is this in?
What town is this in?
Yeah.
Woodsville.
Okay. So the information again was...
Yup, by the Weathered Red Barn in North Haverhill.
Hello? Any injury?
She's shaken up. No blood that I could see, but the airbag was deployed and it's heavy damage. It's right in the bad corner, right at the Weathered Red Barn. It's about, 3.4 miles from the junction of 302 on 112, or the Wild Eminence Road, the same road.
Okay.
It's a single female.
Okay. And what is your name?
My name is Butch Atwood.
Okay, and phone number?
I'm on...
Okay, and a phone number for you, in case Grafton has any more questions for you. Okay.
Alright, what happened to all the phone lines into Grafton?
I have no idea. We haven't been told anything.
Everyone I rang didn't go through.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. An interesting thing to note is the amount of time that Butch supposedly spent talking to Maura. He claimed that the conversation lasted a total of 10 seconds, while Faith Westman, the resident I mentioned earlier, that placed the first 911 call, claimed that their conversation possibly lasted as long as 2 minutes. After the initial search for Maura, Butch was investigated. Considering that he was the last person that Maura ever spoke to, this should have been obvious. But he was never suspected to have taken Maura, although some believe that he changed his story to appear more innocent than he actually was. I think he was innocent. He seemed like a genuine guy and wanted to offer help, and Maura declined, which normally when you're in a car crash you wouldn't do. I don't think we'll ever know for sure whether he was innocent or not, considering that he has recently passed away. While the case seems pretty straightforward, there are little problems that I had with this recounting. For one, she didn't tell anyone where she was going, if she was meeting with anyone. Hell, she didn't even say in her email how long she would be away, or who the family member even was. Obviously she was lying, but it's still odd to think that she wouldn't even tell her close friends, her family members, or professors. Most people usually have someone that you trust enough to tell things. If Maura was in a bad situation, she would have told someone. Another thing to note is that the authorities gave up pretty quickly, with EMS and firefighters only looking in the north, south, and western areas of the crash, and only 100 yards, just about distance from where Butch lived, away from the crash site. I could be overanalyzing this detail, and maybe the first responders had other important matters that night, but it really seems to me like they weren't really trying to find her. It kind of sounds like they just showed up, poked around up to the limited area, and then gave up. No search party, no manhunt. Just one attempt at finding her that proved to be a bust, and no other attempts have been made in that general area. Why? Why would you not search a larger area, or even the direction where you haven't searched yet? Remember, they only searched the north, west, and south sides. They did not search the east side. Maybe that's where Maura went. This entire behavior was not normal for Mara. Her family and friends knew this, and some were beginning to think that maybe Mara didn't just run away. Maybe she was forced to leave. Alright, so we have this missing persons case. What does the YouTube channel Mr. 112 Dirtbag have to do with any of this? Well, on the surface, it doesn't seem like much. Or rather, nothing at all, considering that the channel has been deleted. But what was on the channel before his deletion was weird, to say the least. The creator was a nutjob, going by the name Mr. 1978. I tried to find the reason why he was called this, but I couldn't find anything regarding the name. Seems to me like this was just either a nickname given him by someone, or possibly an alter ego that he wanted to be called by. I don't know. Regardless, the video that the internet quickly drew attention to was titled Happy Anniversary. Like I said in the intro, the video is just him laughing like a deranged lunatic inside a dark room. At the end, the video fades to text reading, Happy Anniversary. On a first viewing, it might not seem like anything noteworthy. This guy has a history of making videos like this, and it could just be a regular video. Maybe he thought it was the anniversary of something that was funny to him, maybe a moment with his wife or his kids. But take a look at the video's upload date. Now look at the disappearance date for Mara. They are the exact same date. Now, this could be a coincidence, but the channel name, funny enough, makes me doubt that notion. 112th was the same street that Mara's disappearance occurred on. In an interview with Mara's own father, he made a statement to the kidnappers, calling them dirtbags. 112th Street and dirtbags. Interesting. Seems to me like this isn't a coincidence. And that's not all. Look at his other videos. One's titled Mara Murray, where we are shown a lodging pass at Bretton Woods Mountain Resort that was issued on February 11th, 2004, 2 days after Mara went missing. 24 hours later, the video was taken down. That's not all though. One of his other videos is at first a weirdly shaped face with strange geometry all around it. Looking at it closer though, you notice something. It's an exact replica of the resort map, the same resort that was on Mara's pass. Police learned about these mysterious videos and were able to trace the videos back to a Mr. Jeffrey Alden Olson, who was the old man laughing in the Happy Anniversary video. Police took him to the station and interviewed him. You would think that these string of videos would lead the investigators to push for more information, right? Well, that isn't what happened. Since Olson's history includes being an internet troll, creating mindless rambling videos showcasing his slow mental deterioration, and with the only evidence linking him to the disappearance being a couple of short and coincidental videos, the authorities let Olson go. And this is what many people believe to be the end of the Mr. 112 Dirtbag story. Just another lunatic creating videos for attention and trying to make it look like he was responsible. Case closed. Except, something really doesn't sit right with me on this. Like I said earlier, I could be looking way too much into this, and let me know in the comments if you think I am, but I'm not convinced that Olson wasn't in some way linked to the case. I mean, his name, titles of the videos, and how quickly he deleted them after they were posted. If he was looking for attention and really was an internet troll, then why would you delete your biggest online presence? Why delete your biggest YouTube videos at the peak of their popularity when people are just noticing them? Why go through all of this trouble, all of the controversy, to then just delete it all and wipe your face off the internet? This sentiment was, and still is, shared by many in the community today, and there has been many theories that have surfaced over the years since the case opened in 2004. One popular theory is that Mr. Olson was tied to another disappearance that happened around the same time. He only created the videos hinting at Mara's disappearance to throw the cops off his trail. I do like that theory, but I don't think all the evidence points to that being the case. The numerous videos pointing to the case and lack of evidence of any other crimes unrelated to Murray's case unfortunately disproves this theory pretty drastically. And this is where the Mr. 112 dirtbag story ends, unfortunately. Through my research, I couldn't find any other substantial evidence to prove that he was behind it, but I still feel like there's something wrong with it. The videos seem so unnatural and eerie. Maybe he is just being a troll, or maybe he still has some dark secrets that we have yet to uncover. Will we ever find out what happened to Mara Murray? Only time will tell. My personal theory is that she just decided to start a new life without wanting anyone to follow her or have ties to her.
And again, this is just the latest chapter in a long and terrible ordeal for the Murray family, but they do say tonight they will not give up hope. WMUR's Jennifer Crompton spoke with Maura's brother and her father.
To this day, she has still not been found or seen, and unfortunately, no evidence seems to point towards finding her anytime soon. As for Mr. 112 Dirtbag, as frustrating as it is, he has not had any punishment for trying to wiggle his way into this case. I do believe he has at least some semblance or tie to this case, but there isn't enough evidence to fully make a case against him. Please do not find this person and harass or target them, and instead, do your own research on the case. If you find this topic interesting enough, I will link the resources that I use below. Maybe you guys will find something that I missed. I will also link the Mara Murray website, where, if you so choose, you can donate to their family, follow their podcast talking about the disappearance, and learn much more about who Mara was as a person, and a sister and a daughter. I know this is a long shot, but if anyone who might know anything about the case or anyone who was involved, please leave your comment down below. Like I said, it's a long shot and probably won't yield any results, but it's still worth mentioning. Mr. 112 Dirtbag was and still is one of the internet's most famous mysteries, with its confusing information, twists and turns, and a never-ending hunt for answers. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and press that subscribe button to get notified when I post my videos. Stay tuned for more internet mysteries and other horror-related content. Sleep well, everyone, and I hope to see you in the next one.